Welcome, everyone. Jennifer Farmer here. Looking forward to sharing this month's energy and insights and tips to help you sort of make the most of what this month offers. Before we jump in, I want to share with you two events that are coming and that I am facilitating, and I'm hoping that you'll be available, that you can join. So the first event is September 28th. That is a Saturday at 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be doing messages from the spirit world. It's an event that I share messages with people in the group. I also share with how to connect to your loved ones, and I love doing this. And if you're available, I hope you'll make plans to attend. The event is only $22. It will be recorded, and I'll put the link here wherever you're watching this video. Got it. September 28th, 12 p.m. High noon on Central Time. Now, second event is a spiritual immersion weekend here in Hurst, Texas. And if you don't guys know where that is, that's near the DFW airport, the Dallas Fort Worth airport. I'm doing a spiritual immersion weekend. This is where we're going to work with spirit from a healing capacity. I've got some healing people coming in to help us. We're going to connect to the spirit world. We're going to work with our intuition, and it's a limited space. I only have a few spots left. If you are interested and you are available, I would love to have you join my community and join us in this spiritual immersion weekend. I'll put this event also in the link. Okay, I'll put this event link in wherever you're watching, whether you're on the email or you're in the video. Okay, now let's talk about this month. Oh, what an important month it is. This is the pinnacle month for the energy of this year. Now, if you haven't watched me before, you haven't heard, this year, the energy is the 8 energy. And as we move into September, we take the 8 plus the 9 is the 17. 8 plus 9 is 17 equals 8. 1 plus 7 is 8. Now, the 8 energy, the reason it's a pinnacle is because it's the sort of the cornerstone of where we can take advantage of any last moments of procrastination, right? So right now, in this month, it is an action month. This is not a month you want to procrastinate, and you may not feel, up to par, but remember, imperfect action is still action. So when we talk about spirituality and sort of heaven meets earth, that's what this month is about. We have the 8 energy, which is about setting goals and working to accomplish them. Okay. It's also the time where we begin to be good guardians of our budget and being able to understand that, money and goals and those earthly things that are important for our success, that it is a spiritual act to make your lives work, right? So spirituality isn't just about meditating and feeling, connected to spirit. It includes, when we are truly living our spiritual purpose, that means we're using our spiritual intuition and motivations and our connection to the spirit realm to give us guidance, to motivate us, to bring us healing, to make our practical lives work. So this month, yay. So I've wrote some notes down because I like to write notes. And by the way, it is definitely a list making month. So it's important that we prioritize, because it's kind of like this timing where we want to make sure that we don't regret letting time go by, right? This is a time we really want to prioritize what's important in our life: spiritual, mental, physical, career, and relationships, and take actions in the direction that you aspire to be in, right? So one of the things that I wrote down, some keywords for this month, and I'm going to get into the other cool energy of this month, the month of September, which is the 9, which is really, this combination is super powerful because we are not alone. So when we're taking action, maybe we're reviewing our budget, maybe we are investing in a house, maybe we are finding a new job or working to get a new job. This is a month that we want to invite the spirit realm, right, to help us, inspire us, and give us courage to move in the direction of our evolution. And remember, our evolution, our higher purpose is always to feel love, give love, receive love. Love in its purest form, right? And so when we think about the practical world, is that behind every action, like for example, I love myself enough that I want to plan positive things for my future. I don't want to just plan for the worst to happen. You guys follow me on that? So let's look at some keywords and see what resonates with you. Action, achievement, accomplishment. It's also a month that it is can be a rewarding month financially. Now, if you're somebody that has struggled financially, this is a month you really want to take time to heal your worth, how you feel about money and how you're connected to money. Remember, life, and so I always think about, money. I've heard all the negativity is about money, but what we would say is money is a means to an end. It is an exchange of energy. It is here to serve us. And in doing that, we can fulfill some of our lifelong dreams. So if you're struggling a little bit with money, which you may be, getting into that space and asking Archangel Michael to help you release negativity and to inspire you with your connection to money, meaning your higher purpose with money. Because we all have, our soul has a purpose as it relates to all the roles that we play. And our purpose with money is to let it serve us, to grow it in abundance, to learn how to grow it, to learn how to invest it, to learn how to use it prudently, and to learn how to bring joy with some of those funds. Okay, so let's look at that. Success, achievement, and growth. Remember, be open. This is one of the key affirmations I've been using all year is, I'm open for my life to go well and feel good all the time. I really am. But when I first started saying that, one of the issues I had to let go of is, well, if I'm hoping for my life to go well, then if I'm not worrying or waiting for the shoe to drop, I might miss something. And I got to tell you, I hadn't missed anything. I've been practicing that. So using affirmations that support your prosperity. Now, prosperity includes money, finances, wealth, relationships, health. So think of the words as where are you at with spiritual prosperity? And I use the word spiritual here, and I'm going to share with you why in just a moment. So wherever you're going this month, making a priority of what is important in your goals is going to be key. And having the confidence to take action even without knowing the results. We have to take action in the direction that we want to achieve. So your action might simply be researching. And let me clarify this. This is a great month to do any kind of learning for spiritual or to improve your knowledge. So those two key pieces, improving your knowledge in any area that you really want to excel in. This is a month that we might have to turn off the TV a little bit, and we might have to study a little bit more, and it's going to be worth it because the things that we do this month really do come to this sort of meeting in the middle, heaven meets earth, so that you can move into your next chapter in this next energy, this next year, where you begin to see what you've accomplished, right? And so it is a list month. So get your list out, write down what's important to you. Top 2, I would focus really on top 2 so you can have good focus. Right, so it's time to bring the list and prioritize them to organize, plan. It didn't all have to be done this month. And if you've been procrastinating, maybe maybe you've been grieving and you haven't felt like having any goals. I understand that. So maybe your goal is to heal your grief because the reality is when we are healing ourselves, it gives us the capacity to love ourselves and others, which is what our loved ones on the other side want us to do. Right? We can have all the money in the bank, we can have all the material things, but without love, we have nothing. And so that's why love is such a powerful force. And where are you at in being able to give love and receive love? And if you mastered that, you can go on to the list, right? Because that means you're loving what you're doing, you love your life. And one of the key things along with this month is the 9 energy. Back to list, let's look at this. I have some suggestions because we had the month of the 9, which is September. And that I love the 9. That's part of, I love it for a lot of reasons, but it has all the energy of all the numbers, right? It's this time of completion, of perfection, of bringing comfort to ourselves and others. It's kind of like we've learned how to do things for ourselves, even just a little bit. Now we can share it with others. So, as you are looking at the energy of what you want to accomplish, know that that is your soul's purpose. It is a spiritual action to follow your inner soul's calling, to organize it, to make a plan for it, to look at it as an opportunity for experience of learning something new and growing something new. Remember, this month with the 9 energy that accompanies the 8 energy, anything we learn, okay, is going to be right in alignment with this world. And the 9 also means the spirit realm is closer to us. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to do the group this month at the end of the month, right? So it's like it's a woo-woo month, which I like it because it's this sort of rainbow of energy. And if we get our focus right, we invite the spirit realm, we invite our higher selves to be our drivers, not be on autopilot, right? That we really be intentional about why I'm doing an action, what I want to do. And it's a great month for discipline. So for those of you that kind of ate a little too much over the summer or drank a little too much or whatever, or you've been meaning to get back to the gym, this is a month that's going to allow you to have more discipline, but it has to go on the list, right? So let's talk about list. So because of the 9 energy, sometimes it's emotional, which means the past comes up. We are challenged sometimes in the 9 month to let go and let God. It is a gift that we can let go of responsibility for others, that this is a true gift as we allow other people to be responsible for their own emotions. That means you get to release guilt and worry and fear because you are supported by the divine, right? That you can let go and let God. So it allows you space for your soul to express itself in any kind of activity that you love. Remember, just being is important. So like for me this month, I'm doing a 5-minute joy meditation every day. Why? Because I got 5 minutes. And 2 is it's part of my goal, spiritual goal, personal goal. It's to not take life so seriously. I don't know if anybody else struggles with that, but I like to be lighter when I'm at home and I'm working and I'm not, everything's got to be done and perfect and all that. Like I'm really letting go of this. And my guides have helped me. And I invite the spirit realm to give me guidance in how it's the best use of my time for that day. So if you've put off meditation, check. This is a month. Even if you do it 5 minutes a day, 3 days a week, you're on check. That's still building up that energy field between you and the outside world. Okay. And because of it is a learning month, I'm also going to put in this video. So that means we're going to have 3 links in your video. I'll do the workshop where I'm giving messages. I'm going to share the link to the retreat, check. And the third one is I will include the Spirit Pathway workshop, which includes meditation that can help you get going. All right, so let's look at our list. So how do we go about our day? Art, music, the 9 energy is very creative. It's very, think of art and music. And like I love to cook, and I can always see that I'm putting together things to bring comfort to others, including myself, because I love good food. But it is a time where we want to bring comfort to ourselves as we're meeting our goals. We don't have to push, and force. We can say, okay, I want to approach this goal, not with I have to or else I'm a failure, but with I love myself enough. I really want to make it this a priority so I can experience it and see where spirit takes me. And that includes new job, relationships, healing the past, letting go of regrets. So the three lists I'm going to encourage you to maybe think about. One, gratitude. Why the nine energy is its keynote is gratitude, compassion, love, and service. The nine allows us to love the unlovable and to forgive the unforgivable. It gives us that goal is, that we love because they're a fellow human on the planet. We love because they're a fellow pet on the planet. We love ourselves. We forgive ourselves for the past, what we did or didn't do. Doesn't mean we won't have great boundaries, right? So gratitude list one. Number two, because we have to work on our confidence this month to achieve our goals, I'm going to encourage you to keep a little note card that has your list of accomplishments that you've done in your life. Now, your accomplishments are going to look very different than others, right? So yours may have been your great mother or great grandmother, or you let go of a bad relationship, or you finally learned how to take better care of your body with exercise consistently, or you finally, devoted time to chanting and meditating, or you finally taking time to explore the spiritual realm, your intuition, your energy, your balance, all of that piece. Wherever you are, I'm going to encourage you to have maybe a list of 5 things that you're grateful for, 5 things that you've accomplished, to sit down over the next few days after listening to this and take the time, because this will be your grounding path to springboard you into the last list, which is what's a bucket list of things that you want to experience in this lifetime? Because in this 8 year, even though we're in the 9 energy this month, it allows us to clear up projects and things that we have been putting off. Check. It also allows us to begin to think about what are our bigger dreams, that we at least get it on the paper, right? We don't worry about how it's going to come together, because that's sort of spirit's flow, right? I always say we write that dream, we see ourselves accomplishing that dream, we ask for help from the spirit realm, we ask for and we trust ourselves that no matter how long it takes, is that this is a dream we've been called to do, that we begin to plan on making that dream come true. And sometimes it's like, I got a passport 5 years before I ever used one. Why? Because in my heart, I knew I was going to travel internationally. And I wanted to sort of plan ahead, right? So if you want to take a big bucket trip to Alaska, well, go and get on some websites that talk about Alaska trips. Get on some websites that show videos. Maybe you want to come to one of my events, or maybe you want to travel and do a yoga class, right? Whatever it is, begin to pull that information of where you want to go and make that your third 5 list. So you got 5 things that you're grateful for, 5 things that you've accomplished in your life, and 5 things that are where you want to go in your life, right? And remember, if we're learning and growing, we're already in our soul's purpose. We get stuck when we stop seeking to learn and grow, no matter what the scenario is. Now, the good thing about the spirit realm, because it is a spirit month, so because I said it, mentioned it, we can experience a loss. One door shuts, another opens. We may be experiencing loss of a loved one. That means your goals this month will be eating, sleeping, and communicating with close loved ones that are good for you, that you're doing your very best to move forward with that grief, right? That's important. Things like getting out of bed and brushing your teeth and all of that is a very good goal if you're going through grief. But it's also a great time. It's never too early or too late to want to work with the spirit realm, right? So if you've been over the last few weeks or this month, people in the spirit world start coming to your mind, I would sit with that and say, how do I feel about that? Am I at peace with that? relationship? Am I at peace with all of that? And can I find a new level of peace by working with the spirit realm to help me find peace in the love that we shared and letting go of regrets? Okay. So faith and courage, letting go and letting God. Anytime we practice using that tool, we're right in alignment with the with what the 9 energy brings us. Things like, where, like what you can do for others. Anytime you get an opportunity to pass it on or be kind, this is a month that there's a reward in that, meaning personally that you have something to give, but two is that you're bringing light and comfort to others. So those are just regular tasks that you personally, between you and spirit, you and your guides, you and the spirit realm, you can ask them to guide me in setting goals that fulfill my short-term wishes and my long-term wishes, right? Taking time, you can get the class that I mentioned, that free workshop. It begins, if you've not worked with me before, it's a free class. It kind of guides you through how to get started. The other piece that this month, and I know that with the political realm and everything, and knowing here in the US, I know in other countries as well, there's a lot of polarities right now and a lot of dissension. Can you be the person that is, observing and not letting other people's drama, and having compassion for both parties, right? Having compassion for yourself, that it can be a scary time right now of the unknown. But what we can do is hold the consciousness of, no matter what is going on in my life, let me be a channel of good, of peace, of hope, that whatever we experience in our day-to-day life, that we can turn that into something that can empower us and inspire us to take a new direction or learn something new. It doesn't have to keep us down. You might have to turn the TV off. You might have to not answer a phone call from a friend that tends to always drift into, debates and argument, and just wait until you're ready to have that kind of conversation. I call that good boundaries. But using the determination, I want you to think about that word, and I'm going to pull our cards here in just a minute. I did pull 2 because I felt we needed more than one. Like we have 2 energies this month. I wanted to have two cards, but think of determination. Where are you at in being determined yourself to fulfill your heart's goals? What's in the way that's keeping you from that? Is that an old idea, an old hurt? Is that an old regret? Is that some kind of fear? Because the 9 energy is so powerful. It brings up those, I'm going to call them barriers. So we can look at them and, sometimes they're emotional, sometimes they're physical, but how can we see ourselves overcoming that barrier and being in the place that we want to be? This month allows us to let go and be determined of let go of things, people, places, things, ideas that no longer serve us. And that doesn't mean you have to call and report to everybody, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. You just have to know that in your heart, if you're in a place where you're in a dysfunctional relationship, you have to choose not to participate and take self-care as your goal this month. What can you learn about healing your heart, your mind, your soul? If you're in grief, your goal is to be easy on you, to trust that you're only in a cocoon of a new experience, and that you're in a space where you want to be surrounded by people that love and support you, right? So I hope this has been helpful this month to give you some things to think about, and remind you that September 28th, I'll be doing messages from the spirit world, and I'll be doing the retreat here. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, October 18th, 19th, and 20th. I have a few seats left, very limited, like less than 5. I have less than 5 seats left that are available, and we're going to have a great immersion with spirit and come out transformed to this place of renewal. All right, so let's look at the cards. Now, now remind you, I always have to give credit due. Divine abundance, right? Abundance. This is Tasha Silver's cards. I love her stuff. So I picked the first card, which is what we're working on. So let this sort of resonate with you. Oh, I love it. Signs, signs. Oh my gosh, I'll be talking about signs on that, both events, but just knowing that signs from our loved ones may be different than what we expect. But it says our instincts are the message from our inner divine instincts. So I always think about instincts as, do I feel a pull? Do I feel a stop? Do I feel a go? Do I feel a red light, or do I sense a yellow light or a red light? Of course, if I'm making a decision, right? Or something's on my mind. Like right now, I feel pulled that, my next trip I want to take, I want to go with the redwoods. Right. So I love the redwoods. And so anyway, I'm kind of thinking about that, but I have another calling that's a little far off where going to Europe and doing some things there too, working as well. So anyway, signs. Okay. That's what we're working on is, are you, and spirit realm comes closer. So this is a month you can 100% ask, will you let me know I'm on the right path? Will you let me know I'm on the right path? And when we make a decision in the direction, not wait to make a decision, but we make a decision. And in doing that, as we're taking action towards that decision, that allows the signs to come to us. Okay. Second, this is our next gift, gratitude. Yes, have you got your gratitude down? So number one, I'm grateful for you for allowing me a chance to express my heart's desire and connecting to the spirit realm and how it's changed my life and how it's made my life more fulfilling. And that's my goal, is to inspire you to do the same. Here's our card. It says, fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. What a great example of love and service. And so we've got our signs and we have our inspiration for the month. I'll put the three links in wherever you're watching this below. And I look forward to seeing you very soon. I hope you have a great September. I'll see you next month in October. Have a great day. Bye for now.